Hollywood. It's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Nick Walters, Johnny. Northeastern Fidelity and Bonding.
Oh, hi, Nick. How's with you?
Good and bad, Johnny. Good and bad.
Well, I'm sure it's nothing good you've called me about. What's the problem?
$58,000.
Lost, straight, or stolen? As if I didn't know.
Yeah, probably stolen. Ever hear of the Old Lang Syne Furniture Company?
I have not. Sounds like a gag.
It's no gag. Some of the finest traditional furniture in the world comes out of that plant.
Really?
It's up in northern Massachusetts in a little town north of Pittsburgh, and it's run by a bunch of real characters.
Oh, how do you mean?
Well, I suggest that when you go up there, you wear a dark blue suit, white shirt, and black four-in-hand tie.
Huh?
Oh, and suspenders. Be sure you wear suspenders.
Are you kidding? Why?
Why don't you come over here at the office and let me tell you about it?
Yeah, Nick, I think I'd better.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Northeastern Fidelity and Bonding Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Two-Face matter. Expense account item 1, after shaving, showering, and donning the most funereal clothes I could find. Item 1, $1.10, taxi to Nick Weldon's office at Northeastern Fidelity and Bonding.
Just remember what I told you, Johnny. The Old Lang Syne Furniture Company is run by a bunch of characters.
Yeah, that's what intrigues me. That's why I came over here.
Oh, they're craftsmen, all right. The old school. May take them a couple of years to make an ordinary straight-back chair, but when it's done, it's the most beautiful thing you ever saw. And the finish they get on the pieces they turn out. Beautiful.
And expensive, too, huh?
Oh, sure, but worth it. Any piece of furniture they make will last 100, 500 years. Yeah, they're real honest craftsmen, the kind you don't see anymore.
Uh-huh. Well, apparently somebody wasn't too honest with them. So tell me all, Nick.
Johnny, it seems one of their lads has run off with some of the company money.
Yeah, you mentioned $58,000.
Yep. 58,433 to be exact, and those boys are exact.
Well, what did the police have to say?
Nothing. They were never called in.
Well, why not?
I told you, the place is run by a flock of real characters.
Oh, brother, they must be. When did this happen?
Sometime within the past 3.5 years.
And you've just found out about it now?
That's right.
Well, how come?
I told you, John.
Yeah, that's right. You told me. They're a bunch of characters. But didn't their policy state that any claim had to be filed within 60 days of the loss?
Oh, we waived that for them. Struck it from the policy.
Why?
Because they don't like to be rushed in anything.
Rushed? After all,